Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rock and Spot coming at you with the latest installment of Building the Team. So, quick battle report from last week. Ended up using the Earth X team, and it worked pretty well. It's a team that on the right map can be very brutal. And as much as I like the idea of keeping Triton in water, he was a lot better out. He was working a lot better out of it with everyone else. But anyway, yeah, that's like I said, that team was definitely one that had worked very well in interesting ways. So anyways, so this week, got a 400-point build, name theme team. So many options. X-Men, Avengers, one of the battle worlds. Well, let's take a look, shall we? So first off, we got a Spider-Man team here. We'll start off with Spiderling, who is the low-cost member. So, Spiderling is from one of the various battle worlds, and would end up the miniseries was actually was a hit that it ended up getting spun off into its own ongoing for a little while. I used to cover it on the weekly roundup. It was Amazing Spider-Man: Renew Your Vows. Yeah, she is the daughter of Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson Parker. So Spiderling comes in at 30 points, has the Spider-Man Ally team ability. In fact, everyone on the team has the Spider-Man Ally team ability, but no other team abilities to utilize with it. So, oops. But she has the Battle World Regency, Shield, and Spider-Man family keywords. She also ignores elevated and hindering terrain for movement. And she's got a trait: take down the giant robot. Whenever a friendly character within range is damaged by a character that's using colossal retaliation, after resolutions, the attacker is dealt 1 penetrating damage. That is one of the reasons why I absolutely adore her. She can potentially she can put a kibosh on colossal retaliators, and I really don't like colossal retaliators. But that's something we'll talk about another day. So, looking at the dial, we got a couple clicks of charge and a click of sidestep, 3 clicks of precision strike, 3 clicks of super senses, and 3 clicks of the special damage power, precognitive spider sense. Once per turn, you may re-roll the super senses roll of a friendly character within range with the Spider-Man family keyword. Okay. And as it's not, it is another character. It says a character. A friendly character. So potentially, that means hers. Well, moving on though. We've got Spiderling's mother, Spinneret, Mary Jane Watson Parker. Now, Spinneret comes in at 65 points and has the Spider-Man Ally team ability, as mentioned before. Like I mentioned, everyone on the team does. She also has the Battle World Regency, Spider-Man family, armor, and celebrity keywords. And improved movement ignores elevated and hindering terrain. And she also has a trait: Modified Regent Tech. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose a friendly character named Spider-Man and a standard power he can use. If you do, until your next turn, that character can't use that power, and Spinneret can use it. Okay, alright. Anyway, so she's got a pretty long dial. We get 2 clicks of charge, 2 clicks of sidestep, followed by 2 clicks of the special speed power, Enraged Symbiote. Gives her flurry of plasticity and spinner automatically breaks away. Okay. On attack, we got 2 clicks of precision strike, 2 clicks followed by 2 clicks of incap or incapacitate. On defense, we got a straight 6 clicks of super senses. On damage, starts off blank and then goes in. We click into perplex and then shape change. All right, we follow that up with the man himself, Peter Benjamin Parker, aka Spider-Man. And to be clear, as there are 2 on this team, this is normal, amazing, spectacular, friendly neighborhood. 616 timeline. Earth 616 Spider-Man, the primary Earth Spider-Man. So, comes in at 70 points, has the Spider-Man Allied Team ability, as well as the Avengers, Spider-Man Family, and Scientists keywords. And he also has improved movement, ignores elevated terrain. He's got a trait, Call in Help from the Spider-Verse. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when Spider-Man hits an opposing character, after actions resolve, you may roll a d6 that can't be re-rolled. On a 3 through a 6, puts another friendly character with the Spider-Man Family keyword adjacent to this character. Now that's a great way to get people in to get people into position. They don't have to be within range or line of fire, just have the keyword. It's actually one of the things I love about these call and help traits. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the dial, we start off with 2 clicks of charge, a couple clicks of flurry, and a couple clicks of sidestep. Attack, start off with, well, we get 2 clicks of super strength and that's it, sadly. Defense, we start off with a special power, my spider sense is going off like crazy. Spider-Man can super senses. When he does, decrease the result of his roll by 1 for every 100 points of the attacking character's cost. Alright. After a couple clicks of that, we get a couple clicks of regular super senses. And then 1 more click of spider senses going crazy, and back to super senses, or regular super senses. Damage-wise, we open up with Close Combat Expert for a couple clicks, then at the end we get a couple clicks of Exploit Weakness. Alright. Moving on to Silk. Silk is, I probably mentioned this before, but Silk was also bitten by the same spider that bit Peter. And she was raised by Ezekiel, who helped train Peter when it came to dealing with his first time dealing with the inheritors. I'm not sure if the character is even a thing anymore. Well, obviously it is. He is. The reason I say that is the story One More Day seemed to undo a lot of things, including, well, I guess with the fact that the inheritors are still a thing, it didn't entirely undo the totem aspects, but yeah. For a while, it kind of said, yeah, no, we're going back to just, bitten by a radioactive spider. It happened. He has superpowers. He made webbing. Boom. And he does not have stingers. That became a thing briefly, too. Spider-Man had stingers, retractable stingers in his wrists. Yeah. Wasn't my idea. Anyway, Silk comes in at 70 points and has a Spider-Man Family keyword as well as Spider-Man Allied Team ability. She has the Calling Help from Spider-Verse trait, just like Spider-Man. We've got, look at the dial, we get 2 clicks of Running Shot, followed by a couple clicks of Sidestep. A couple clicks of special attack power, Thin Finger Webs. Silk can use Incapacitate. When she does, she can use normally, or she can use it if she had 3 targets, but it doesn't give an action token to characters with 0 action tokens. So that would be a good way to just, oh, hey, there's a, Oh no, there are those three characters that could potentially come get me next turn. Well, they have to push to do so. So let's make sure they can't even be pushed. Alright. Now on defense, we've got a few clicks of super senses followed by a couple clicks of regeneration. So that's always nice. I'll get her, at best, I'll get her back up to her second click, though, as opposed to her first click. Then on damage, we've got precognitive spider sense, allowing her to use probability control. During an opponent's turn, she may use it to reroll her use of super senses instead of an opponent's roll. So, if she's hit, she could potentially say, "Okay, I'll take the hit. Let's see how the super senses roll does." Like, okay, like, oh, I rolled a 1. Well, you know what? No, reroll. No, 6. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Okay, after that, we get a couple clicks of Close Combat Expert. Moving on to the Scarlet Spider. Peter Parker's clone, Ben Reilly. Really? Anyway, so Ben has Spider-Man Ally Team ability. Comes at 80 points. Has the new words, Spider-Man family keywords. Ow, fuck. Ah. And he ignores elevated, hindering, and outdoor blocking terrain for movement. So we got, look at the dial, we get 3 clicks of running shot, followed by 3 clicks of charge. That's on speed. On attack, we get 3 clicks of the special power, impact webbing. When Scarlet Spider makes a range attack, choose one for each hit target. Give that character an action token, or that character can't be moved or placed until your next turn. And he has 4 range and 2 targets, so. Then on defense, we got 3 clicks of super senses, followed by 3 clicks of combat reflexes. And on the last 2 clicks of the dial on damage, we've got Close Combat Expert. Alrighty, moving on to the last piece on the team, Spider-Man. And this is also the Spider-Man from the Renew Your Vows arc. So, comes at 85 points, has the Spider-Man Ally Team ability. Also has the Battle Roll Regency, Spider-Man Family, Reporter, and Scientist keywords. He ignores elevated and hindering terrain for movement. Then we've got, looking at the dial, 3 clicks of the special power, Retire to Protect My Family, Sidestep and Stealth, followed by 3 clicks of Flurry. On attack, we get 3 clicks. Start off with 3 clicks of Incapacitate, followed by 3 clicks of Super Strength. Defense, we open up with 3 clicks of the special power, We need to watch out for each other. Super Senses. Defend, but may only replace the defense values of characters with the Spider-Man family team keyword. After that, we get 3 clicks of combat reflexes. Then we get 3 clicks of shape change on damage, followed by 3 clicks of perplex. And that is the Spider-Man team. Moving on, we've got ourselves a Justice Society team. Okay, so for those unaware, what is the Justice Society? The JSA, or Justice Society, was basically, it's the Golden Age World War II version of the Justice League. That's the best way to put it. They predate the Justice League. They completely, they also, but yeah, that's, the Justice League is a bit more popular, and so that's the best comparison. In fact, especially way back in the day, it was a big thing where every year DC would have a crossover between the two books, even when the two books took place on different Earths. So, now a quick primer: the Justice Society keyword or team ability. It allows them to share part of defense values. So, say Hawkman here with his 18 could give Zatara that 18 instead of 17 that Zatara has. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? We're going to start off with the Atom. That's one thing, is that there are a lot of you get a lot of legacy characters, the beginning of legacies on this team. So the Atom, Al Pratt, comes in at 25 points. Has the JSA team ability. He also has the All-Star Squadron, Justice Society, Pass, and Soldier keywords. And finally, he has a trait, a Simpler Time. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, if a character uses the JSA team ability to replace its defense value with the Atom's, also modify that character's defense value by +1 against close attacks. Then he's got 3 clicks of sidestep, 2 clicks of combat reflexes, and 4 clicks of close combat expert. That's actually a problem I have with a lot of these more recent JSA dials. But yeah, moving on, we've got Hawkman. Anyway, Hawkman comes in at 30 points, has the JSA team ability, as well as the All-Star Squadron, Justice Society, Past, and Warrior keywords. We've got a Simpler Time trait, which actually is the exact same as the Atom's. Either way, +1 against close attacks. Anyway, we get 3 clicks of charge, and on defense, a click of toughness. Again, I'm not too fond of these more recent shorter dials. Anyways, moving on to the Flash, Jay Garrick. I love duck sculpts like this. I really do. I really hope WizKids continues the trend of using translucent plastics for speedsters in the future. It really does help the sculpt kind of pop. You know, it's like a character that Jay Garrick. I'm on. It's like, okay, yeah, he's Flash. He's not my favorite Flash. He's not my second favorite Flash, but he's the Golden Age Flash. But that sculpt, that's something like, okay, yeah, that you know, like, okay, yeah, all right, I would totally use that. Just because it looks cool. Moving on. Jay comes in at 65 points and has the JSA team ability. He also has the Justice Society, Keystone City, Past, Politician, and Speedster keywords. Then we get a couple of traits. First off is Speed Force. When the Flash moves at least one square and hits one or more adjacent characters, you may place a speed token on this card and after action resolve. Increase the Flash's speed value by the number of speed tokens on this card. Then we get the first Speedster. When the Flash's speed value will be modified, instead replace the speed value with the sum of his printed speed value and all current modifiers. Okay, so we open up with hypersonic speed on charge, which gives way which gives way to charge after a little while. Yeah. Then we open up with some willpower for a few clicks, which then gives way to combat reflexes. Then on damage, we have a special power, which he clicks into this. But fighting for what's right. Give the Flash a free action and remove a speed token from this card. When you do, the Flash can use Flurry this turn. And yeah, that it actually coincides with his charge clicks. So that's nice. Okay. That's very. I'm glad that they had the foresight to put basically give him charge and flurry as opposed to flurry and hypersonic speed, which can't be used together. Anyway, moving on, we've got Wildcat. Wildcat's probably one of my favorite members of the JSA. And he is So anyway, Wildcat used to be a boxer. I remember at least it was for a while. At least they said that he had. Well, yeah, he had 9 lives, and he trained a lot of the more street level DC characters. He taught Batman the art of boxing. He and I think he also worked with Catwoman for a while. He worked with the Birds of Prey for a while. But yeah, that's also a big thing with him is that he has taught many of the DC characters how to box, how to fight up close. Because before becoming a superhero, he was a championship boxer. But he's also picked up some other martial arts forms or styles over the years. And I think my favorite interpretation of him was on Justice League Unlimited, where they had Dennis Farina voicing him. It was just perfect. That's one of the best things about the entire DC animated run. Batman, Batman Beyond, Superman, Justice League Unlimited. They got so many perfect voices. Anyway, so Wildcat comes in at 65 points, has the All-Star Squadron, Justice Society, Celebrity, Martial Artist, and Past keywords. We got 2 traits. First off is we got Similar Time trait. This, however, allows a friendly character using the JSA team ability to replace it with his defense, the ability to use probability control, but only to reroll one die in the attack roll. Then after that, we got the trait. Sorry, pal, I mastered that style before you were born. Adjacent opposing characters can't use Close Combat Expert. Now that's nice too, being able to just say, "Oh, you're going to rely on that Close Combat Expert." No, sorry. And with it being a trait that doesn't provide a power, it can't be. There's nothing can be done about it. Recently has been changed that when a trait says, this character can use this power, the power that because it's a power listed, they can be outwitted. But if it's a trait that says, "Hey, you can do this," it can't be outwitted. So, looking at the dial itself, no special powers. We got a couple clicks of charge, followed by a few clicks of sidestep, a couple clicks of quake on attack. On defense, we got Indomitable for one thing. A couple clicks of toughness, a couple clicks of combat reflexes, and a click of regeneration. Then on damage, we open up with a couple clicks of Empower and a few clicks of Close Combat Expert. He's probably, of the recent JSA pieces, that's probably my favorite right there. Next up, we've got Zatara. Zatara is the father of long-standing Justice League owner Zatanna. And in fact, she learned magic from him. And they do the same type, speaking backwards. So anyway, comes in at 100 points and has the Mystics team ability. So he can, one damage, he does a click of penetrating damage as feedback. He's going to trait Backwards Magic. When you place your character at the start of the game, you may turn Zatara to click 7. If you do, this game turns his dial counterclockwise when he is damaged and clockwise when he is healed. This trait can't be ignored. Meaning, basically, you can't. Now, the can't be ignored part is really referring to you can't say, I'm going to turn them, normally. But no. Anyway, he starts off with we get some sidestep, which gives way to facing teleport, which gives way to running shot. We get some telekinesis, which gives way to the special attack power. Sacrifice myself to save the universe. and Zatanna. Zatara can use Pulse Wave. When he does, he doesn't target friendly characters he shares a keyword with, and he may choose that his damage value becomes 4 and is locked. If he chose to do so, after action resolve, KO Zatara. Oh, and I think I may have neglected to name off his keywords, as it did mention his Justice Society, Mystical, and Past. He also, and then after his sacrifice power, we click into Penetrating Psychic Blast. Then we get some toughness, followed by regeneration on followed by initial deflection on defense. On damage, we open up with the Original Magician. Zatara can use Perplex and probability control. When he uses Perplex, he may modify the chosen value except damage by +2 instead if he targets another friendly character he shares a keyword with. Okay, and that gives way to enhancements. And finally, we've got Stargirl. So, Stargirl, kind of the star of the team here, is our high point member. She comes in at 110 points, has the JSA team ability, as well as the Justice League, Justice Society, Martial Artist, and Young Justice keywords. We got a couple of traits. First off is Teacher and Student. When Stargirl is 110 points, adjacent friendly characters with a shared keyword and a lower point value modify their attack value by +1. When she is 75 points and adjacent to a friendly character with a shared keyword at a higher point value, modify her attack value by +1. Okay. So she can, well, it seems that she is the highest point figure on the team. Everyone else, when adjacent to her, can get attack +1. So, yay. Anyway, next one trait is Cosmic Belt or Cosmic Rod. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6 and Stargirl can use the indicated effects until your next turn. On a 1 or a 2, Stargirl has a range value of 4 and 2 targets and can use combat reflexes, incapacitate, and the sharpshooter ability. On a 3 or a 4, she can use initial deflection and range combat expert. On a 5 or a 6, she chooses either which one she's going to use. And she's already got a pretty range of 7, so, but only with 1 target. So we open up with some running shot, which gives me the charge. Then on attack, we open up with Stunning Blow. When she uses Incapacitate, after her action is resolved, deal her printed damage and divide it any way you choose among the hit characters. So it's actually a trait, or not trait, but a feat card, way back when they first started doing feat cards called Stunning Blow, which had her on it and was basically when you target your character with Incapacitate, after doing a reaction token, you deal them with printed damage. That gives it some telekinesis. Then on defense, first off, she's indomitable. We got toughness followed by barrier. Then on damage, we open with leadership, which that's a plus. We need someone with it, right? Followed by the special power Star Pupil. Gives Stargirl a free action to choose a standard attack or damage power that can be used by an adjacent friendly character with a higher point value and a shared keyword. So basically, I can't use this. Yeah, Star Pupil can't be used because she's not got the highest point cost. And then we've got Close Combat Expert. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Most of the JSA open up with start off with 17 defenses, but except for the Flash and Hawkman, who both open up with an 18. All right, moving on, we got a Heroes for Hire team. We're going to start off with Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and I was mistaken in my last time I talked about her on here. Turns out she is the same character from the Morrison run on New X-Men. And she was able to survive because of her because of her powers being weird Grant Morrison-y powers. So, holy shit. Anyway, she has since taken on a new look, which is shockingly similar to the version that we see in the movies. Anyway, so Negasonic comes in at 40 points. It has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Heroes for Hire and X-Men keywords. Then we got a trait, Mirth for Money. When another friendly character with the Heroes for Hire keyword KOs an opposing character, after resolutions, heal Negasonic Teenage Warhead 1 click. Okay. Then on, looking at the dial, we open up with, we got sidestep straight down, followed by a couple clicks of watch, the special power, watch this on attack, pulse wave, telekinesis. Give her a power action. If she has no action tokens, she can use pulse wave and telekinesis at no cost in either order. Then after that, she's got regular pulse wave. Defensively speaking, we've got some. We open up with inertial deflection, followed by willpower. Okay. Moving on to Colleen Wing, as she appears in the comics. Anyway, Colleen comes in at 55 points, has the Heroes for Hire, Martial Artist, and the Hand keywords. We start off with Flurry, which gives way to Charge, it's speed. Attack-wise, we open up with Precision Strike, which gives way to Blade's Claw's Fangs. Defensively, we open up with Willpower, which gives way to Combat Reflexes, and she has no damage powers. Moving on to Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, Power Man, one-time leader, well, actually multiple-time leader of the Avengers, and a character who I would totally put back on the Avengers if I had the chance. I liked him on the Avengers. It was I thought it was a nice change of pace for him. Anyway, so Cage comes in at 60 points, has a Spider-Man Ally team ability, as well as the Avengers, Defenders, Heroes for Hire, and Marvel Knights keywords. Looking at the dial, we've got we open up with a click of Charge, followed by a couple of clicks of Sidestep, followed by a couple of clicks of Plasticity. That's on speed. On attack, we open up with Super Strength, which gives way to Quake. Defensively, we open up with the special power, Get Behind Me, Danny. Vulnerability, Willpower. After an opposing character within line of fire makes a range attack, adjacent friendly characters can use Toughness. That gives way to Toughness. Then on damage, we open up with a few clicks of Leadership, followed by a couple clicks of Close Combat Expert. Next up, we've got Iron Fist. And amusingly enough, the focus of the sculpt's more on his foot and rather his fist, but hey. Anywho, Iron Fist comes in at 60 points, has the Spider-Man Ally team ability. It's got the Defenders, Heroes for Hire, Marvel Knights, and Martial Artist keywords. Good. Then, look at the dial, we've got 2 clicks of Charge, a couple clicks of Sidestep, 3 clicks of Precision Strike, followed by a couple clicks of Quake. A few clicks of the special defensive power. Are you ever going to try dodging, Luke? Super Senses Willpower. When an opposing character with line of fire makes a close attack, adjacent friendly characters can use Super Senses. So, yeah. Him and Luke kind of complement one another on that one. Then after that, he's got Combat Reflexes. Damage-wise, we've got 3 clicks of Exploit Weakness, followed by a couple clicks of Empower. Which, yeah. Not bad. You can definitely tell I came out of the same organized play kit. Next up, we've got Black Cat. Now, I actually considered putting Black Cat on the Spider-Man family team. just to give them a team ability to copy. But I think in the end, having Spinner right there was a better choice. So, Black Cat. Black Cat comes in at 65 points, has the Defender's team ability. Then we've got the Defenders, Heroes for Hire, Marvel Diva, and Spider-Man family keywords. She also got improved movement, ignores elevated and hindering terrain. Look at the dial, we open up with some stealth, gives way to flurry. On attack, we've got Blades, Claws, Fangs. Defense, we've got combat reflexes. On damage, we open up with probability control, and which gives way to outwit. And that's it for her. And yes, one of the best things about her is that she can give Iron Fist and Luke Cage both Defender team ability, which especially helped Cage with his his 18 defense. The Defender's team ability works the same way as a JSA. So, anyways, finally we've got Elektra, which probably popped up more than a few times here. Anyway, Elektra comes in 115 points, has no team ability. She also has the Assassins, Heroes for Hire, Martial Artist, Shield, the Hand, and Thunderbolts keywords, and improved movement ignores hindering terrain. We've also got a Trait Resurrection Ceremony. Once per game, when she will be KO'd, you may give any number of other friendly characters with the Hand keyword an action token. If you do, place her in her starting area on click number 8, and then heal her of damage equal to the number of action tokens given. So yeah, on this team it's not going to do too well. On an actual dedicated hand team, it would work a lot better, obviously. Anyway, on speed, we open up with special power, the Envy of All Assassins. Elektra can use Charge, Flurry, and Stealth. That gives way to Sidestep. On attack, opens up blank and then clicks into Master of All Assassins. Elektra can use Blaze Claws, Fangs, Incapacitate, and Precision Strike. Defensively, she's Indomitable, which starts off with Combat Reflexes, which gives way to Super Senses. Then on damage, starts off blank and then clicks into the Deadliest of All Assassins. Elektra can use Close Combat Expert, Exploit Weakness, and Range Combat Expert. So yeah, she's not exactly one to be trifled with. Moving on, we've got ourselves a Ninja Turtles team, and quite the team too. Alright, so kicking this one off, we've got Casey Jones from the old 80s comic book. Though, to be fair, Casey's look has kind of remained the same over the course of all of TMNT. Anyway, so Casey comes in at 30 points, has the Brute and TMNT ally keywords. I was going to trade. Alright, Shorty, show me what you got. Unique modifier. When Casey Jones is adjacent to a friendly character named Raphael, they both modify their attack values by +1. Okay? Then we open up with Charge, which gives rid of Flurry. On speed. On attack, we got a special power, Gungula Gungula. Give Casey Jones a close action and make a close attack. If he hits, after her action resolve, move him up to 2 squares, automatically breaking away, then make another close attack with his attack and damage values modified by +1. Then on defense, we open up with some willpower, which gives way to combat reflexes, and on damage, we open up with Battle Fury. Alright. Moving on, we've got April O'Neil. Yeah, not what most people think of when she comes up, but hey. Anyway, this version of April is actually from the 80s comic series. She has the Scientist, TMNT out, and TMNT ally keywords, and is 30 points. We open up with some sidestep, which gives way to stealth. Nothing on attack. Defensively, we've got a special power. They protect me, I give them a home. Unique modifier. As long as one or more characters with TMNT keyword or named Casey Jones are adjacent, April O'Neil knows adjacent friendly characters modify their defense value by +1. Okay. Then on damage, we open up with special power Skilled Programmer. April O'Neil can use Outwit and improve targeting ignores characters when she does. Then finally, that gives way to Perplex. Moving on to the turtles themselves, we're going to open up with the 4 that we had looking at last week. Here's our 50-point Raphael. Animal, martial artist, TMNT ally keywords, 50 points. Fighting through the swarms trait. Whenever he hits an opposing character, after active resolve, you may place him in any square adjacent to that character. Got some charge, possible some leap climb. The special attack power Psy would allow you to use flurry, penetrating flurry. Got some toughness, gives way to combat reflexes, followed by some battle fury and close combat expert. Michelangelo comes in at 50 points. Animal, martial arts, TMNT, and TMNT ally keywords. Fighting through the swarms trait. Charge, followed by leap climb. Nunchakus, allowing Mikey to use flurry. Each time he hits an opposing character, after action resolve, you may give that character an action token. Then toughness, which gives way to combat reflexes. Then on damage, we got empower, which gives way to close combat expert. Up next is Donatello. Again, coming in at 50 points. He's got the animal, martial artist, scientist, and TMNT ally keywords. Fighting through the storm's trait. Charge, which gives way to leap climb. Bow staff special power. Giant reach 2. All damage deals knockback. Damage dealt by him deals knockback. Toughness, combat reflexes, outwit, and close combat expert. Then we've got Leonardo. Also coming in at 50 points with the animal, martial artist, TMNT ally keywords, as well as the fighting through the swarms trait. Then we've got charge, leap climb, katana, blaze claw. You can use blaze claw's fangs. If you miss a close attack, you can use sidestep. Toughness, combat reflexes, leadership, and close combat expert. Now, moving on to the cartoon turtles. Got Raphael. Who is cool but crude. That's his traits. He's got, first off, he's got the TMNT ally, animal, and martial artist keywords. Comes in at 60 points. That's a cool but crude trait. Battle Fury and Shape Change. Then we got some Charge. Charge, Sidestep, Charge, and a couple more clicks of Sidestep. Opens up with special attack power Lock Blades. Raphael can use Blaze Claw's Fangs. Adjacent opposing characters can't use Blaze Claw's Fangs. That gives way to his regular Blaze Claw's Fangs. He's indomitable, defensively speaking, and has combat reflexes and toughness. Next up, we've got Michelangelo. Comes in at 60 points. TMNT ally, animal, and martial artist keywords. Has a trait Party Dude. When Michelangelo and other friendly character with the TMNT keyword makes an attack rolls of 11 are also critical hits. Then we open up with a special move power, Sewer Skating. If Michelangelo is indoors, he can use hypersonic speed. If outdoors, he can use sidestep. This gives way to flurry. It should also be noted all 4 of the animated versions have the dolphin move symbol, which allows them to move freely in water terrain. Yeah, they got some flurry. nothing on attack. We got toughness followed by willpower on defense, then perplexity and power on damage. Next up, we've got Donatello. Comes in at 60 points. Has the TMNT ally, animal, martial artist trait keywords. We got we got a trait, does machines. Give Donatello a power action when he is adjacent to an object or a character holding an object. Remove that object from the game, and all friendly characters with the TMNT keyword modify their attack ability by +1 until one of those characters hits an opposing character. Let's see. So we've got charge, which is going to sidestep, which goes back to leap, or not charge. Leap climb, which is going to sidestep, which goes back to leap climb. Defend, which is going to toughness. Then we've got on damage, special power, brains of the bunch. Donatello can use Outwit. When he does, roll a d6. On a 5 or a 6, Donatello can use Outwit a second time this turn, targeting the same character. Okay, alright. And then after that, we get some close combat expert, and we're back to brains of the bunch. And finally, we've got Leonardo. Leo comes in at 60 points, has the TMNT ally, animal, and martial artist keywords. Got the trait leads. Leonardo can use leadership. When he does and succeeds, modify the defense so you have one friendly character with the TMNT keyword by +1 until your next turn. Okay. We've also got a special, or actually we'll move into that. We'll get to that in a second. We got some charge, followed by some leap climb. Then that goes back to charge. We've got a few clicks of the special power, Twin Katanas. Leonardo can use Blaze Claw's Fangs. When he does, he may instead roll 2d6 and choose 1 as the result. That gives way to regular Blaze Claw's Fangs. Defensively speaking, he's got Indomitable. Power-wise, he's got Toughness, followed by Combat Reflexes. And that is the Ninja Turtles team. Which team will we end up using? I honestly don't know yet. We will figure that out. Anyway, that's it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put up new content. Tomorrow, I'm planning on putting up a video with announcing some changes to the comic book roundup. But yeah, this is it for now. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon are in the description box down below. This is Rock Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.